Welcome back, everyone, to episode 208 of the Craftverse series, and I don't know how I'm making contact with this block. My cape's not even touching it. Oh, sorry, not cape. My wings. They kind of look like a cape, to be honest, when you're not flying. But yeah, hitboxes are weird. Anyway, we're trying to finish this pathing upgrade, and we might actually get to the bridge as well this episode. Who knows? We'll see. I gotta get a bunch of these things lit up. And case in point, I'm actually going to get over here done next. It bothers me when things aren't done when I thought I finished them. Over here is just something a little bit different. So we're going to leave that for now. That goes into the next build. But this is starting to come along very nicely. Now we don't even have to hop. And if I needed to bring something over, like a sheep or something, it would be a lot less likely to get stuck somewhere. Not that I need to be moving any more sheep anytime soon, but it's just an example. And to go from here is actually so much easier. So we're going to do this and go, this is the first one over, it's got to go one more. And actually that should be lowered. So that goes there, that goes there. And then it's 1 for 1 all the way down. Okay, now everything will match up perfectly. Good, that's what I love to see. Is that in the right spot? Nope. Wrong spot. Good try. That one. Here we go. And then you get to be that. And then we just carve all of this out. This doesn't need to even be here anymore. We're also going to be extending this path out over there. Because I want to be able to access that village and not have to do jumping jacks every single time, Make it a little smoother of a progression. And then we just flatten all of this. Including that block. We can actually just leave this as it is for now. That was different. I hit the right trigger and it didn't do the right trigger. My Pro controller must be having a stroke. Okay, so now I actually need this. So this is where things differ on this side now. Yeah, over here is going to have to be a little bit different. I remember thinking about this, going, why didn't I sink that in like I did the other ones? But this is meant to be a guardrail also, so it's fine. I assure you, it will all make sense eventually. And then we remove all of these. So that's how I had this. If I go over to the other side here, am I going to be looking at this right? I didn't even get a picture of that side now, did I? It looks like no, I did not. Oh, that's awkward. Okay, well, we'll go back to the other ones that I did get. Try to find where I am. Right there, looks like. And for right now, we'll just put these back where they go. And then we have to replicate this along the opposite side as well. Which is backwards. It's actually a little bit easier to do it on this side, actually. I don't have any explodey friends coming over, do I? I hope not. I don't want to traumatize my chickens. They've been such good chickens. I don't need any traumatizing. Said nobody ever about Minecraft chickens. Everyone seems to love traumatizing their chickens. Not sure quite why. Hello, explodey friend. Goodbye, explodey friend. Let's not and say we did, just because you might want to say that you did anyway. Okay. Some sleep. Fly back over. We'll update the map here in a little bit. It's starting to look really nice. Just gotta bring what we've got over to meet this, and then we'll start working on getting to that bridge. Because I want to bring this over to the existing mob grinder. So I'm not going to be deleting that piece of history. Still useful piece of history. Get those lamped up. Probably actually bring this one more over. That's not where you're meant to go. That's where you're meant to go. And then bring this to here. Now the thing about doing this is I kind of want to just put fences there. It's not really going to hurt anything to not. Honestly, this doesn't really feel like it's necessary anymore. But at the same time, I do need a path that goes over to this. Hmm. There, now I have a little known entryway. And now I can path this out. Figure out where I want that to connect to from here. So I'm actually going to rip these back out. Replace the dirt. And just bring this out around where it should go. So this is eventually going to need to be all dirted back up anyway. Where does this come out? Not far enough over, so I'm going to be bringing this even with here. Dang it. Dirt, how dare you betray me? Eh. There's a tree in the way. It's fine. We'll just completely encase all of this. And fill in the rest for the path. Okay. So what I might actually do is just stop the path here. Just have it connect normally to this. Just have a slight natural path inclusion. So I don't need it to be all clean cut lines. Just a good majority of it. This also helps do a little bit of protective corner spawn proofing, I guess. It's not really spawn proofing, but it prevents things from getting up that corner as easily. That become grass. What I can do actually is move this door to the other side. Yeah, that doesn't hurt anything. So let's swap you over. I like you being vertical. Put the button back on the side. Grab you, put you there. Probably put less dangerous of a block right there. And then move you one block over. So that is the designated button block. Put that right there. Can even just extend that out. There. Now it looks semi-intentional. More or less protected area. These just look silly being there now. Okay. So next up is getting the dirt stretched out properly and then getting sea lanterns where they belong. You go there, pop you. Keeping this roof section has been very, very good for the look of this place. A little bit of white in the midst of all the brown has gone very well with color palette. This tuff shows up black, I believe, so nice spark of light in the midst of the darkness. Can get all the way over to this side, no problem. This shrinks down to a 3 wide before going up into the bridge. And then eventually this will have to be restructured as well. But this looks a heck of a lot nicer. Let's get an aerial view from on top of our new build. If I don't miss and nearly kill myself. Yoink. Oh, by the way, I carpeted all of this up between episodes. I didn't carpet up here, though. I did forget to do that. That does need carpeting so I don't have creepers spawning on my face. I don't think it's as likely because honey blocks are translucent, so you can kind of have the light source through the hat, but still, I want to make sure. Can't believe I forgot to do that part. But the path is more or less in now. All the way up, I just got to add the lanterns, and then this will be done. I can even bring the lanterns all the way around here, finish putting in the last of those wall blocks, put them on, and then we can build the bridge out that way. I'm surprised I had enough of each of the blocks I was using to build with, to be totally honest. I am not going to complain. I'm just surprised. So let's run back. Figure out what I did. It's probably all going to be in here. One of you has carpets. Not you. So we're going to put you back. Go to the next one. Has wool in it. It does, but not my orange. Did I not get enough orange out to do that? I thought I got plenty of orange carpets. Okay, now I have enough to do the ring around that. Perfect. That is what I like to see. Go pull up my bridge image, because that's what I need next. Here we go. Oop. Hey, there's a horse in my image. How rude. Who said you could interrupt my visuals? Horse. It is a black and white spotted horse, if that matters to anybody. Let's get back up here. That's actually what I wanted. Not necessarily to hit my face, but to land on the hat rim. So I can place all of these along the edge. And besides being a spawn proofer, it looks like it's getting sunlight on the rim of the hat. And there's shadow underneath where the sunlight's not able to hit. So it works in two ways, and I wasn't planning on the second. But now we're totally spawn-proofed because I put in those carpets down there initially anyway. Just gonna quickly come down here. Put those there. So now let's go ahead and grab the rest of the walls, put these in. I'm not sure if at some point I will go ahead and wall all of this off, but right now I just need it for the light posts so I know where everything goes and how many I actually need. Okay. Need some more of those. Alright, so now let's just mosey on over here. This is a walkable distance because there's no holes here. Let's get my block palette back. Actually, I don't need those. I will be needing you and you. So directly next to this, I also have need of the dirt. Let's not fall off now. Okay, so we go up one. Then it's these. So path, white, path, white, path, white, path. Path, white, path, white, path. White. Path. And then after that, it's just the white stuff. So we're going to put you there, but you don't get to stay, right? No, you actually do. But I don't have the sea lanterns in the hotbar. Now I do. Nothing like breaking your shulker box with a shovel. Just as Mojang intended. So for this part, I actually need this to be up here, right? So where it starts going up is those all the way across. Two of those, then four of you, then you go across, you go across. You're just supposed to go all the way down. So how many of you are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 15 of you straight across. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then coming back down here, I do the reverse. Okay, and then we build this back up. It's a new style of bridge making I've been experimenting with, and it seems to be going all right. Until I deal with that. Oh, that could have been bad. That could have fallen off to my doom. Do try not to do that when you're building. It's generally a good rule of thumb to not, do a die. So from here, we just extend you out, right? But I think we want to make sure the underside is in first. So let's go ahead and actually extend this out, because this does extend. Actually, no, that one doesn't extend. That's just, okay. That becomes other things, which I don't have crafted yet, right? Don't have those crafted. I have these, which are important. Let's just get the stuff that I don't need out of there. Grab these. Okay, so where does that officially go? There's 5 in the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 1, 2, 3. Just gonna break that out. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you actually don't need to exist. those do. All the way down. I'm going to briefly break you out. So I can get these 3 in. Yeah, okay. So those do extend up to right here. Where it becomes something else. Which means those then extend out to here, where they become something else. Okay. Now I can hippity hop my way up. Bring you across. Okay, that's not gonna be fun to deal with. I heard that. Tried to shoot at me. Okay, well, we will continue this bridge building next time. I need to go do some checking on things anyway, but let's just go see what we're left with. Those guys should have despawned by now. That's a good vantage point. Probably right here. See, we've got all of this pathed out, wrapped around there to our mine. And we have this bridging out over towards the mob grinder, which is almost done. But we've already had an hour-long episode this week when we shouldn't have, so we're going to cut it off here. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if there's anything you would do differently and how you would place the blocks for this particular path or bridge, what palette you would use, and what you think of mine. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. I want to make sure every one of you knows how appreciated you are. You guys rock. And we will roll on to the next week of building. Have a good weekend, everybody, and I'll see you later. Peace.